Hey guys, this is Landon Day with Graphic Authority, and today I want to show you real quick how to make a brush out of your logos in Photoshop. I put a brush logo on everything that goes on Facebook. I know some people do it on all their prints as well, but everything that goes up on Facebook, I'm sure to put a logo on. You know, maybe you call it a watermark, maybe you call it a logo, but the gist is going to be the same thing. It's going to have your brand associated with it. So what we're looking at here is this is a file from the Portrait Masterpiece collection, and it is already set up with 6 different generic logos that you can make your own. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take one of these ready-made ones. I'm going to show you how to make a brush out of it, and then I'm going to show you how I made mine, which is a little bit more in depth but very, very easy nonetheless. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick out which one of these we like, and I like this one over here. It's kind of simple, but it's got a little something to it. We're just going to blink off and see which one it is. Oh, it's number 5. So we're going to take number 5 and we're going to drag it over here onto this file. Now this file I've already opened up before I came on, and just to show you, it's 2500 pixels by 2500 pixels. This is the biggest a brush can be. It's 2500 pixels. You can't have one any bigger. Of course, you can have them a lot smaller, but you want them to be as big as you can get them from the start. So 2500 by 2500 pixels square. That doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to make a square brush. It just means that it's going to read anything in those dimensions. So we're going to drag this number 5 group over, and here it is. And we're going to go ahead and stretch it and make it bigger. Since these are both fonts and vectors, we can do this without it being losing quality. Did Control T. Now I'm holding Shift to free transform. And there it is. Now somebody asked me a question on Facebook just a little bit ago about making a logo that was different colors. You can see that if I open this folder that the decoration part, the vector down here, is set up as gray. And it doesn't matter what color I make this, it's only going to show up in black and grayscale. So if I use my brush here in a moment and I make this all blues, it's going to have a dark blue and a lighter blue. Since right now we're working in blacks, it's going to be black and in grays. But that's just going to be how the nature of logos. You can't have a multicolored logo. So I'm just going to click OK. We're going to go ahead and change the name though, because I am not Jesse Smith. I am Daydream Photography. So we're just going to use this and go Daydream with 2 capital D's, Daydream Photography. And I would probably make that a little bit bigger across the top here. I selected the text size up here, and I'm using my arrow tool to make it bigger. And if it was me again, I'm probably going to spread out the Daydream and the photography before our purposes. Now just showing you how to make a brush. We're going to go ahead and say it's done. So notice that there's all this empty area down here at the bottom and at the top. Like I said, this is really irrelevant because what we're going to do is we're going to tell it to make a brush out of everything that it sees on this page, and everything that's white is going to go away. So we're going to go up to Edit and go to Define Brush Preset, and there it is. So we're going to go ahead and name this Sample Daydream Brush. Not bush, brush. Click OK, and you can see that it's going to be 2480, which is almost 2500 pixels big, which is the biggest brush you can create. So click OK. Now if we come over to my brushes, it's going to be down all the way down at the very bottom. There it is. So if I come over here and make a new layer just to show you, now I have a brush that is Daydream Photography. Click it there, and if I change the color to reds, it's probably going to go red and pink, something like that. But again, we're only going to be in the same color family no matter what color we make it. If it's blues, it's going to be blue and a lighter blue. If it's going to be red, you see red and pink right here. So that is how to make a quick brush for your logo. Then whatever you're dropping your logo on your photos, on your work for Facebook, you have a nice logo going over your photo, so people can associate your brand and people can identify with who did the photo. So real quick, now that you've seen this, we're going to start over, and we're going to show you how to make a quick brush like mine is. Again, I'm going to open a blank 2500 by 2500 pixel file, and my logo is all made from a font, so it's nice and easy. Since I'm a guy, I like it a little bit cleaner. The font is called Blake, so there it is. And if we're on here, it's going to do a D, and we're going to create a new layer, and we're going to put another D. And then all I did was flip this one around. Control T, free transform, and flip horizontal. And then whoop, that's not what we want to do. Control T, free transform, horizontal, enter, then move it here to be synced up with that. Something sort of like so. Since these are fonts, we can stretch them as big as we need them to be. Filled up most of this area here. Something maybe here-ish. And then that may be a little bit big. We'll have to see. And all I did was to type in Daydream. And the same font filled up across the bottom. And that is more or less my logo, very, very quickly done. And then again, all you do is go to Edit, Define Brush Preset, Sample Daydream Brush 2, click OK. And now if we go back into the brushes, if you go down to the very bottom, here is the new sample Daydream brush that I made, and again it's 24 by 54, so it's pretty stinking close to the 2500 pixels. Jameson, who does all the graphic authority stuff, you notice all these here are right at 2500 pixels for the most part, and he's very, very good at what he does, so he can get exact, but 2400 pixels is still going to be a very big brush as far as brushes are concerned. So I hope that this helped you. This was just a very, very quick tutorial over how to create brushes and watermarks for your logos. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me on Facebook at Graphic Authority on their page, or email Landon D at graphicauthority.com. Have a terrific day. Bye.